has a very different playstyle to Classic. We'll get there. But now spawning in the top left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing T1. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Rogue. And if you're in the chat, predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the... Oh, never mind. Hold on. Hold on. Predictions will soon be open. I do need a moment to fix some things up. I didn't close the previous predictions. There we go. Man, beautiful. There we go. Now, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Will it go the way of Rogue? Will it go the way of herO? Let's go. Now, herO, he is a different kind of Protoss player, slightly. I would say that herO, he's a little more aggressive and a little bit more mid-game oriented. I say a little bit more just because Classic, he's the kind of player, both against Zerg and against Terran, where if he sees an opportunity, if the game slows down, Classic will throw down a Fleet Beacon. He'll throw down a Fleet Beacon, throw down a Stargate, and embrace Skytoss. I mean, hey, we saw that quite heavily against Rogue, and we also see that against players like Clem. We see that against in PvZ as well, where if he sees an opportunity, he will go into Skytoss. And he'll slow the game down. He's a lot more willing to do that. herO is as well. That is true, but just a little bit less frequently. herO, he thrives a little more in the mid game. He's a lot more willing to be aggressive with Blink Stalkers, with a gateway composition, with storm timings as well. On certain maps like Maganatha, like Tokamak, on these larger maps, he is one to slow things down and throw down a Fleet Beacon and throw down a Stargate and turtle up as well, just less frequently compared to Classic. So not saying that herO never does that, he does, just less frequently. So keep an eye on herO. As for now, we're getting into our standard openers. Hatch Gas Pull out of Rogue, likewise Gate Expand out of herO. And we'll keep an eye on the Twilight Council timing out of herO as well. We'll see if he goes for an earlier Twilight Council. We'll see if he goes into a later Forge. We didn't really have too much diversity out of Classic too much. We did have a game on this map, on Persephone, where Classic did go into Glaive Adepts, but that's only because of Rogue's failed all-in, if you remember, where he went for a massive Ling Flood. He lost like 84 Lings. It was crazy. So it was a much more unique game state. For now, we have the Stargate. Now we are still just building up, but we're taking our third expansion. So third base is on the way. Depending on the timing of the Twilight Council, we could see something more assertive here. Otherwise, we're just calming down. Just calming down, building up. Both players are saturating. When it comes to Persephone, there are some unique features like the healing pad. We have the goal base on the right-hand side as well, which could come into play in a longer and later game. We'll see if we get there. That's Twilight Council. Twilight Council is going to be thrown down. I don't see a Forge yet. If we go on any longer, never mind. Forge is going to be thrown down as well. A little bit later, but still on the way. So it should be +1 on Blink. Meanwhile, Rogue going for a much faster Evo Chamber. This is typically indicative of +1 melee. Typically indicative of skipping roaches. Oh, and that is not going to be Blink. That is going to be an early charge. Oh my god! It's going to be an early charge timing. The Oracle does barely get away, and now we see why the Forge was a little bit later here. We have the early charge. We have +1 alongside this, and this can hit quite hard. Now, the purpose of this build is to catch a Zerg player who is cutting tech. I mentioned something earlier. typically an early Evo Chamber leads into +1 melee. It means that you skip your Roach Warren. herO, he saw the Evo Chamber. Ah, okay, so we scouted the Evo Chamber. He believes that there's going to be +1 melee, but I wonder if Rogue knows that he got scouted with the Oracle. If that's true, going for Roaches here is really smart. Because I don't see any upgrades, right? Like, we got the fast Evo Chamber, it got scouted, and there's no upgrades whatsoever. Rogue is going Roach, and herO doesn't know. We have Overload Speed on the way. All in. Rogue is going for a German Taxi. So far, unscouted. We're building up the Queens, building up the Roaches, and we'll soon be sending everything across the map. And Charge Ults are not ideal to defend. This is where Blink Stalkers will be necessary. So a lot of mind games coming into play here. A lot of mind games, and I have to favor Rogue. Here comes the German Taxi. Here comes the All-In. herO, he has yet to confirm. Sees the Roach Warren. And now he sees the Roaches. Gets a couple of revelations off. He doesn't quite get full confirmation until now. Yeah, here he comes. Here comes All-In. And to defend with Charge Lots and to defend with some Archons, it's going to be a tough hold for herO. Not impossible, but difficult. Lings overextend. Queen, oh no! The Queen's overextend as well. Rogue, calm down. Calm down. Bit of an awkward assault here from Rogue as he does take down the Zealots. The Queen's getting caught off guard. Losing one of the Queens already. Yeah, he'll lose everything. The Queens all get cleaned up. An awkward attack here from Rogue. Ay, ay, ay. Likewise, lack of kiting. Just kiting now. Let out a lot of Roaches. And herO's holding. herO, he will holding. And the execution of this All-In left much to be desired. The Lings overextended. The Queens overextended. The Roaches weren't kiting. It all just fell apart. And herO, he should be fine. Yeah, he's fine. He's perfectly fine from here. And now he can chase. He can just chase Rogue down. Like, in general, I like the mind games were taking place. I like the build of choice from Rogue, but it all just fell apart. He's still building on more Roaches, true. Still building up his Roach army. And herO doesn't have to commit, and herO is pulling a classic Flea Beacon. Remember what we said at the start of the series, how Classic, as soon as the game slows down, he takes any opportunity, any chance to throw down a Flea Beacon and to switch it to Sky Toss. Now we're seeing that here at a herO. herO's ahead. herO, he's ahead, he has a lead. If herO wanted to, he could just commit. He could just throw down extra gateways and go for an All-In and try to break Rogue and punish him. But herO's not doing that, instead getting further ahead and teching up. Now, this is going to allow Rogue to have the opportunity to recover in this game. Rogue is behind 100%. He's down in economy, he's down in upgrades, but he's going for what? Going for a Spire. Oh, he's going for the Spire. I believe this should be for Mew to play, and so far unscouted. This is unscouted, and this has potential for sure. Remember, because of the build of choice, what does herO not have? Blink. He has no Blink. He went Charge, so no Blink Stalkers. Likewise, no Phoenixes, not yet, because he hasn't scouted. The anti-air is very limited because it's so heavily Zealot focused. Roaches are coming from behind. The High Templar, he gets one. He gets one, he gets two, he's gonna get three. Up to four. Yeah, three High Templar go down. Does force a Morph in. That's gonna be 5 Templar falling. Very nice damage here from Rogue. Very nice moves. And now he's building up his Roaches. We have a handful of Mutas on the way. 7 Mutas, that's enough to one-shot probes. Is enough. And now herO, he just lost 5 High Templar. That's his one Storm. Again, he should have Storm for days here. Ay, ay, ay. Mothership has arrived. herO pushing in. Does catch a couple of Roaches. Archons are being held up. And Rogue, he does stop kiting. That's going to be extra Roaches going down. Yeah, a bit of miscontrol there out of Rogue. But the Archons are lagging behind. The Zealots are being cleaned up. Reinforcements are on the way, but Rogue, can he hold on? Oh, good. Okay, looks like he barely can. Storm does a lot of damage to the Roaches. But here he's running out of steam. He's running out of steam, running out of Archons. Every Archon goes down. High Templar exposed. There's 3 Templar and 3 Zealots. Okay, this is a big investment out of herO. Wasn't worth it. And herO, he still has a massive economic advantage. He has 82 probes, 82 workers, full 4-base saturation. Meanwhile, Rogue has a larger army. Rogue is building up more roaches. Rogue, he's choosing not to drone. And Rogue, he's just going for it. He's just sending it. He's sending it across the map. He either kills herO or dies trying. It's all or nothing for Rogue. And herO is vulnerable. herO, he's out of position. herO, he doesn't spot the army. Rogue goes straight for the natural. Likewise, catching out the early Zealots. Zealots go down. There's the recall. Zealots are coming from behind. And herO, can he collapse on this army? Can he has a lot of Zealots? Decent Storm. Storm on the roaches. Zealots are catching reinforcements. Efficient trades here from herO. And there's not enough roaches. Yeah, there's not enough. herO, he defends. Again, this was the one chance for Rogue. GG gets called. herO, he shuts down the all-in. And herO takes game at number 1. Whew. GG. herO takes the lead in the series. A very chaotic game 1 here, very back and forth. Initially, we saw that Rogue, he was feeding herO false information. He did go for a German taxi, completely unscattered, by the way. But Rogue, he fumbled the execution pretty hard, actually. He threw away a lot of lings. He threw away his queens. He took a lot of damage from the on his roaches as well. It was a really, really fumbled assault from Rogue, and herO took momentum. herO, he was able to take that momentum for himself, build up on 4 bases. Then we had herO's push, which also was a little bit fumbled, as we saw Rogue catch 5 High Templar. So very back and forth, but in the end, Rogue was all in, and herO was able to survive, able to hold. GG. GG, well played with that. Oh, what were the vetoes? What were the vetoes, Pappy? As we're leading into game 2, game 2 is going to be on torches. Okay. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of torches, we have our South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing T1. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg representing Team Falcons. Oh my god. Going for the gold base, it is Rogue. It is very common, if not standard, to rush into the gold expansion as a Zerg player against Protoss, and this should lead into an all-in. So we're rushing into the gold. From here we can go for a Link Flood. We can't commit. The goal would be... where's the base? Ah, Cannon Rush. Okay, so herO, it's very standard to respond with a Cannon Rush, but no, herO, he does double back. There we go, spots the expansion, and he should get his pylons up and running and Cannon Rush the attempted gold. We'll spot this. There we go, Cannon Rush is on the way. So if you watch the Korean Protosses, so herO, Zaun, Classic, this is their standard response to the proxy hatchery like this. It's the Cannon Rush. Trigger's been doing this as well. Pylon will complete, and the cannons are on the way. And Rogue is gonna fight for this. Okay, bold move. Ooh, Cannon gets up. And throws down 1, throws down 2. The probe is getting very low on HP. As he will get another cannon, so that's going to be 3 cannons and 2 pylons. Another probe has arrived. Yep, just taking DPS away. Throws down another cannon. And Rogue, this is not going to finish. I mean, the hatchery's going to finish, but no shot he can save this. The pool is just now finishing. Yeah, the cannons are done. And Rogue, he invested so hard into this defense. Ay, ay, ay. Going for the spine crawler. Lings are building up, but that's still 3 cannons. The drones, they look like he tried to open up the wall. Yeah, spine crawler is cancelled. He's going for it. It's the one chance he has. He's going for the wall. Up, the drone, the probe. Probe has to pull away. The wall's going to open up. It's go time. He's all in. The drones, they make it through. Lings, they bust in. And here, can he defend? Can he hold? The cannons, they're not going to help here. He's got a cannon on the high ground. Zealots, they do not get surrounded. We have a third Zealot on the way. Oh. So we have that ebb and flow of Zealot and Ling. Does fully wall off. Clutch move there by herO. He fully walls off the main. And with 3 Zealots, I feel like herO, he can engage. Oh, not anymore. It's a lot of Lings. There's a lot of Zerglings. Yeah, cannon does finish. We have a shield battery on the low ground. GG gets called. The all-in fails, and herO, he will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the semi-finals. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Again, Rogue, bold move to commit to the hatchery. I mean, he had already pulled the boys. He was trying to delay and trying to pull a fast one on herO. What I'm getting at here, if you remember, Rogue, he actually sent his drone past the expansion location to hide it, and herO, he scouted, he saw there was no base, so he pulled away. herO, he pulled away, but then he rechecked. He saw, you're still going for the goal base. Cannon rush did commence, and we saw that Rogue, he was unable to stop the cannon rush, unable to defend against it. He committed so hard, and it was all or nothing. It was all in. Did break into the bases, but we saw that here he was able to react in time. He walled off the high ground. He got his 3 Zealots up and running. GG. GG, well played. Impressive defense there by herO. And with that, we're now getting into the next round. Let's go.